I am Coach Mel.
And I am T. Nicole.
We understand how sometimes life can seem unfair to the point you just want to give up and walk away.
We also understand depression, trauma, mental illness, abuse, and the light thereof.
We've walked those paths. We have felt the pain. But what we didn't let it do is stop us.
That's right. We didn't give up on ourselves. We made a conscious decision to fight back, to find the light inside of us that was screaming to be let out.
We decided to put ourselves, our voice, and our journey in life first for a change.
That's right. We put on our own oxygen mask first because we knew that we needed to be selfish for a change and make ourselves number one.
We had to shut out the voice of others that was chiming in our head to begin our own healing process.
We want to help every person out there that feels as if they don't have a voice or nowhere to vent and to be heard.
We want you to know that you matter, and so do your feelings. You deserve to heal.
So let us help you help yourself.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, just depending where you are in the world. Hello, hello, hello to you, to your family, to your friends. I am T. Nicole. I am your host with the most. I am your spiritual authenticator. I am transparency. I am love. I am healed. I am whole. And most importantly, I am myself. And I'm so happy to be before you on tonight, today, to this morning, whatever the case may be, just depending where you are in the world or tomorrow's morning, whatever it looks like for you. I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. Before I get started, if you are in the room, let's say hello. Let me know that you are here. And if you watch this on replay, please put hashtag replay so I can say hello, so I can say thank you, so I can know that you have been in the room checking out little old me and what I had to say, because I'm telling you, we are living in a day and in a time where there's so much happening. Some things that are not so good, some things are going good, some things that are just going okay. But whatever the case may be, I want you guys to know that we were all created for a bigger purpose. And I know sometimes it takes us a little while to get to our purpose or to get to our destination because we're trying to fit into new spaces. We're trying to show up. We're trying to be every everything for everybody, but we lose ourselves. So I want you to find who you are today. I want you to show up as yourself today. I want you to believe in yourself today and know that you have purpose. Your life has so much meaning, and that you can do anything and everything that you put your heart and your mind to. And today I have been in my season of transition. It's been an uncomfortable transition, but it is worth, it's like the one that I needed to go through so I can grow in this area of my life. And I'm not ashamed, I'm not upset, I'm not mad, I'm not hurt. And this is a part of the healing process. This is a part of my growth, because I'm learning on this journey called life. Everything isn't always going to be peaches and cream. Everything isn't always going to be perfect, but it's in my getting, I'm getting understanding. I'm acquiring new things. And so I have to learn to show up as myself. I have to be bold. I have to be brave. I have to pretend like everybody watching. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes we never know who's watching us, but we can't get discouraged or give up because only one person might watch us, or only one person might say something to you, or whatever the case may be. Because somebody inboxed me today, and I want to say something about this person because they have been going through in their body for a very long time, having surgery after surgery, wanting to give up. But because of my obedience, because I've heard that obedience is better than sacrifice, because I come, I say what's on my heart, and then I get off. So the thing is, to my sisters, to my brothers that are going through in their body, that have to maybe had to lose a limb, maybe fighting with a disease that the doctors don't know what's wrong and they say there's no cure. To my family, to my friends that may have buried their loved ones due to an accident, due to sudden death, just due to a lot of different things. We were all still created for a purpose. I mourn with you. I cry with you. My heart goes out to you. But in this season, we got to continue to love each other, support each other, lift each other up, and know that even though we're going through something, guess what? It's not always going to be like this. It's going to get better. It has to. Sometimes we have to be stripped and robbed of so much in order to gain everything that God has for us, or even to get more. Because I don't look at my life or look at things the same way I used to. I used to be like, why I had to lose this thing? Why I have to lose my home? Why I had to lose my car that I worked so hard for? Why did I have to lose? Because it was never mine in the first place. It's like, it's funny how God will bring something to your remembrance. Like, this stuff ain't ours anyway. But while we have it, we better be grateful for when we have it, the time that we have it, and do our best to continue to live in love. And can I tell you something? I want you to know that your life is so much bigger than what you're going through. Did you hear me? I didn't say going through. I said you're growing through these things. You might be in a season where you're uncomfortable, but I know it's going to get better for you, because the young lady that inboxed me today said, T, thank you for always speaking life to me. Thank you for helping me get through my tough times, T. Thank you for speaking those words of encouragement, because T, I didn't even know you was going through your own storm, because T, you always wearing a smile. But the one thing about me, I'm going to be transparent, I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to be open. There's not always good days for me. There's not always good days that I want to keep going. There's not always good days when I say, you know what, I can give an encouraging word. Some days I need to be encouraged too. But then that's where I have my tribe. There's people that I can call on, videos and different things that I need to be able to encourage myself. Because when I tell you, it's like, it's so funny how when you pull out a prayer in the atmosphere, when you say something into the atmosphere, God has sent angels to encampus around you. And that simply means I was going through a little something, and my cousin out of the blue said, God placed something on my heart for you. So I thank my cousin for seeing and hearing my prayer, answering the prayer, because God had me on their mind. So just like you, me giving these words of encouragement, or me just showing up, and even you. So I'm not just saying, when I say me, it's just because I can tell you, because I'm talking. So me, when I feel something in my spirit, I don't want to hold on to it. So I come live and I let it come out. And I used to be like, oh, Lord, I don't want to say it like that. I don't want it to come out that way, because somebody might be looking at me funny if it come out that way. It needs to come out the way I say it, because I've understand something. I'm learning to speak what God tells me to speak, because some people are been going through for a long time, and they don't need nobody to sit up here and pacify them. They don't need nobody to just continue to pat them on their back, because they need to get up and walk. That just simply means believing in who they are. So I want to tell you, believe in who you are. Yes, we're going through trials. Yes, we're going through tribulations. Yes, there's chaos in the land. Yes, there's so much confusion, but don't you give up on who you were called to be. Hey, my love, Erica. Listen, this young lady, she seen me on somebody's page, and she's been talking to me ever since. When I tell you, I thank God for you, Erica. I thank God for you. You continue to do your lives. You continue to connect to people, because people need what you have to offer. So I thank God for you. I thank God for you showing up, being bold, being brave, being courageous. Even if you're going through something, you still continue to be who you were created to be. Because, see, a lot of people, they want to prey on your downfall, but it's a lot of people that want to see you rise to the top. It's a lot of people that's believing in who you are because you are the chosen one. See, listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Like, so many times we go through things, but we don't just go through, we're growing through. And I'm so excited to be here today because this is the moments of inspiration. I don't want to discourage you. I don't want to tell you that, oh, you got to talk like a scholar, because that's not who I am. I'm not a scholar. I'm Therese. I'm T. Nicole. That's who I am. That's exactly who I was created to be. And for so long, I wanted to live under the shadows of everybody else. But now I'm taking back my power. I'm taking and I'm using my words because I realize that my words have power. My words hold weight. So you have to realize that your words hold power. Your words hold weight. So what are you speaking in the atmosphere? What are you believing when it's concerning you? What are you believing? So you have to watch what you say. You have to watch how you treat people. Most importantly, watch how you treat yourself. But you got to realize that there is life. And I always say this, there's life and death in the power of your tongue. So what are you speaking to your children? What are you speaking to your colleagues? What are you speaking in those when you have those conversations about somebody that hurts you? What are you speaking when you're talking and gossiping about your neighbor? Listen to what I'm saying. We are guilty. If you say, if I can find one person that said they ain't never talked about somebody, listen, I'll give you $1,000 myself. Because we all have those moments when we don't agree with somebody. We don't like how they talk about us. We don't like how they treat us. We don't like what they do for us. Sometimes it's just that way. It's just that way. But I want to encourage you. Don't let they negative actions, their attitudes get you off your course because you have too much work to do. It's only a distraction. That's all it is. So get back on your course. I want to encourage you because you were created for greatness. You were born for a purpose. Yes, your life has so much meaning. So now what you going to do? Are you going to be bold? Are you going to be brave? Are you going to stand up, rise up to the occasion? Can I tell you, I used to never wanted to go live. Yes, we got Tierra. We have so much work to do. The people are hurting. They are crying out for you to step up to the plate. There's so many gifts. There's so many talents in the world. And if we all just realize our fullest potential by just tapping into that greatness that's in the inside of us, we can do so much more. When I tell you, I've been looking at the way the world is set up, and it's very sad. It's very discouraging. And I'm like, from night to day, we got all these babies being born in this world, and they confused because they seeing things that we ain't never had to see before. We ain't never experienced until today. I'm not going to go into all the details, but I need everybody to pay attention to what's taking place in the earth, because there's some things that I don't agree with. It's some things I dare not speak on today, but I'm coming for it. Just know that I'm coming for it. But in this life, in this moment, and in this season, be who you were created to be. Let go of all the facades. Let go of all the illusions. You don't have to pretend to be nobody but yourself. That's what I'm learning in this season. So many times we want to look like somebody else because that's how they look. But we don't know how many times they had to cry. We don't know how many times they had to pray. We don't know what they had to do to get to where they at. We don't know. I don't know what anybody's going through right now, but I can tell you what I've been through. I can tell you what I'm experiencing. I can tell you how I'm making it over. I can tell you because it's my experience. It's a part of my journey. And I'm proud to say today that I'm glad I've been going through. because now I know what my strength is. I know what I want. I know what I don't know. I mean, what I don't want. I know that. I know where I want to be, and I'm going to get there. I'm learning to use my words because they hold weight. I'm learning to trust in who God created me to be. Because listen, I never knew I was going to be talking to you guys all the time. I didn't know that I was going to be sitting up here in my own home with my heat on. I didn't know I was going to have food in my refrigerator. Listen to what I'm saying, because there's so many days when I don't have food in the refrigerator. There's so many days when I don't know how the bills is going to get paid, but they get paid. When I tell you, I'm trusting in who God created me to be. So I want to tell you to be authentic, be yourself, because you never know who's watching you. You never know how your words is impacting somebody's life. And my mission in life is to heal you. My mission in life is for you to heal yourself. My mission in life is for you to be who you were created to be. Because so many times we have to pretend to be something that we're not, because we want to fit into places that we don't belong. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to stand out in the first place. That's how it was. That's how it is. If anybody tell you anything different, they lied to you. Now, if I'm gonna tell you something, I'm gonna tell you this. Bridget, hello. Christine, hello. Welcome to the room. If you are in the room, please let me know that you are in here so I can say hello, because I'm learning something on this journey called life. Like, I might not have it all today. I might not even have it all tomorrow. But what I have, I learned to use. I learned to use what I get. And that's my word, is my bond. I'm learning. Like, sometimes I used to be afraid to tell people no. I used to try to be a part of every project because I wanted to be liked. I wanted to fit in. I thought I had more time than what I had. Can I be transparent? Can I be honest? It wasn't until I got into my quiet place, till I got into the place alone, that I could realize, and that I could say, T, you don't got to take on everything. You can't be in every place. You can't be around everybody, because everybody don't deserve what you got. Hey, Felicia, my beautiful sister. Everybody don't deserve to ride your anointing. Everybody don't need to be around you. But there's some people that is attached to you that need what you have, then you need to pour into them. So if you're watching my live, thank you for coming to watch my live. If you want to share my live, share my live. This message, all of this is not going to be for you. You take the meat and you throw away the bone. You take the meat and you throw away the bone. You take what you need, because we all need something. We all need somebody. Oh, Jesus, Eureka, we got to get it in there. Listen, Eureka, hold on. I need you to hear this, because listen, my sister Eureka, she been going through some things, but she been growing through some things. It's amazing how God will take some things from you and you like, Lord, how can I survive? Lord, what can I do next? How my rent gonna get paid? Lord God, how am I gonna make it day to day? How's my children gonna be taken care of? Lord God, I've been diagnosed with this disease. I've been diagnosed with this. Lord, help me. I'm learning to say that word. And I'm learning to trust in who I am. Can I tell you, I spent some days when I couldn't hardly breathe. Can I tell you, I spent some days when I've been having pain in my body, and I'm like, how I'm going to make it? I ain't complaining to you. That's one thing I'm going to tell you now. I'm not going to complain. I'm going to press anyhow. Been losing people left and right. Been watching my timeline. Family members of people that I'm close to, they losing their loved ones. But I want you to be encouraged, because we're all on borrowed time. These times that we living in, they are uncertain. But in the midst of it all, you give God thanks. You give him praise. You give him glory. You give him honor, because you don't know when your time is going to be up. But in the midst of that, give thanks. I am not a minister. I am not a preacher, but I just believe when the Spirit of God says speak, you speak, because you never know who listening. You never know what they need, because you might be saving somebody's life today. You may be, listen, somebody may be getting ready to jump off their bridge and they come to Facebook. They come to Instagram. They come to TikTok. But they was waiting on you to be obedient. They was waiting on you to listen to the prayers that God, listen, can I tell y'all, I be having dreams and I have visions and I be seeing things. And I'm like, God, just continue to lead me, continue to guide me, continue to give me the strength to fight. Because sometimes when you don't do things the way people want you to do, they're going to ban you. When you don't say what they want you to say, they're going to discredit you. When you don't do what they want you to do, they're going to look at you funny. When you don't rock with everybody, they're going to talk about you. They might not even support your business, but it's okay. Because those that are connected to you, those that are for you, those that are assigned to you, they're going to respect you. They're going to love you. They're going to pour into you. But don't you miss out on what they're doing because you're so caught up on the distraction. So let go of the distraction because you were created for a purpose. Listen, y'all about to make me preaching. I'm not a preacher, but I'm just trusting God because can I tell y'all, I'm going to say this. I moved to Texas. I moved to Texas in February of last year. When I came to Texas, I didn't have a plan, but I said I wanted to leave my home so I can go just see who I was created to be. I could have did it at home, but since I was a little girl, I was like, I'm going to leave home. I'm going to try something new. I'm going to do something different. And I'm just going to put myself out there. And when I put myself out here, can I be transparent? Y'all got to hear me when I say this, because some people, it's not going to gel well with them. But because I'm created for a purpose, but because I'm driven by my purpose, because I know my purpose. And when I say you got to speak your truth, you got to raise your voice. When I say it, y'all share this video because somebody somewhere going to need this. When I came to Texas, I didn't even tell my family I was leaving until it got closer to the time. Hey, Barbara, I love you, my beautiful sister. I didn't tell my family that I was leaving to go to Texas until it was like a month in, because I've been telling them since I was little that I was leaving, but I never left. But my father, he left us in 2018. He transitioned. And so the thing was, when he left, when he passed on, I made a conscious decision that I was going to leave, that I was going to try something different, that I was going to go give my all, go give my best. And so when I got here to Texas, they say when you are on the right path, it's supposed to get easier for you. But they don't tell you that sometimes you have to go through the trials. They don't tell you that you may face homelessness. They don't tell you you may not have a job. They don't tell you that you got to go through some things. They don't tell you that you're going to be probably about to lose your mind. They don't tell you that health issues may come. They don't tell you that the stress levels might go high and it's causing you to feel like you got heart palpitations and you might be losing your life. Think about what I just said. Sometimes, your parents, they want nothing but the best for you. But sometimes you want to be fast and quick and get out the house because you're in your 40s. Listen to what I'm saying. The thing is, you got to trust God in everything. So in everything, give thanks. In season and out of season, you have to give thanks. So when I came to Texas, I moved in with somebody that I called a friend. I honestly thought she was a friend. When I tell you she tried to treat me like I was a little girl, she tried to do some things to me that I was not pleased with because, first of all, she was a woman. Number two, she tried to disturb my peace. And because I stayed with her, she felt that she had power over me. But the God inside of me said, T, this is temporary. You don't give up. You stand your ground. You use your voice, and you don't have to be mean, but you're going to have to disassociate yourself with that, because that wasn't for you. So after a month and a half, he allowed me to break free. But he protected me. He shielded me from danger. When I tell you, it was so uncomfortable, but I knew it was a part of the plan. I'm like, God, I still trust you through it all. I'm not going to slander her. I'm not going to talk bad about her. But when I say she tried to disturb my peace, God said, I got angels around you. So then I ended up moving in with a guy that I didn't even know. I didn't even know him more than 2 weeks, but I needed somewhere to go. My family is 1,000 miles away. I have cousins in here that I don't really see, but I love them and they love me. But they just were not there for me. And I didn't know. I think it was more of my pride that got in the way, because I was like, how can I call my cousins and ask them? I asked one, but he had a house full. Then I didn't ask anybody else, because I'm like, I don't want to be a burden to anybody, because I came here and I was like, God, you got to show me. But God be showing you, like, listen, I'm putting people in your life, and you can't be afraid to ask for help, because you don't always ask for help. But when you need it, you ask for help, because you never know who will be there to lean or give you guidance and help you along the way. But so moving fast forward, I stayed with him for 3 weeks. And then after that, I ended up getting a place with a friend. But that didn't work out. My friend had to move, and then another friend moved in. So now here it is. I'm all alone. So I'm setting up the second room as an office. I'm trusting God this much. I'm saying, God, all this hell that I done been through, and it ain't even been a whole year, God, I'm trusting you through it all. So why am I saying all of this? Because somebody is right where I am, and they like, how I'm gonna make it, how I'm gonna pay my bills. You gotta keep going. That's the whole moral of this story. Because when I say you were created for a purpose, you never know what you're gonna have to go through, what pain you're gonna have to endure. You don't know if you're gonna have to lose some friendships. You don't know if you're gonna have to lose some roommates. You don't know what you're going to have to endure, but you have to still stand on the promise of God, because he brought you through some darkness. He brought you through some trials. He brought you through some tribulations just for him to get the glory out of your life. So yes, I had to face some adversities, but it taught me who I really was, because the old me couldn't fight for herself when she was a little girl. But as I grew and became a woman, he like, T, I'm trusting you. T, I'm building you up. T, I'm allowing you to go through some trials. I'm allowing you to go through some things so you don't have to revert to your old ways. You just got to trust me through it all. So the moral of this story is, no matter where you are, no matter what you're going through, I don't need a pity party. This ain't even that type of party, but this is a party for you to see that we all go through different things in our life, but it's in your showing up. It's in you becoming who you need to become. It's in your times when you use your voice, when you realize that your words hold weight. So everything that I just told you, that's my life story, but it ain't over. It's not over. It's only the beginning. It's only the beginning. I'm trusting and I'm believing God, but I'm working my faith through it all. So this is a part of this whole thing. Like, I'm using the tools. So I learned something on this journey. I learned how to make t-shirts. I learned how to make flyers. I learned how to make jewelry. I learned how to make oil. I learned how to use the webcam so I can show up for you daily. I'm learning to trust God through it all with my many talents and with my many gifts. But I want to encourage you to use your tools, use your gifts, never give up. Even though you may get discouraged, but do not be dismayed, but trust him through it all. So I am Coach T. Nicole. I am a speaker. I am a life coach. So I'm getting ready to post some of the different things that I do. If you are looking for somebody to help you along your journey to become authentic, not only become authentic, but to show up and use your gifts and to walk in your purpose by speaking up boldly and bravely. See, the enemy, he knew who I was destined to become. The enemy know who you are destined to become. That's why he tried to set you up by making you become addicted, by making you turn to sex, by making you turn to drugs, by making you being comfortable with being abused. Listen to what I'm saying, because the enemy will play with our mind, try to make us get discouraged, try to make us fall victim. I fell into depression and he tried to take me out, but the enemy seen the call that was on my life. The enemy seen the call that was on your life, but it is time for you to see the call. It is time for you to say, you know what, today I'm going to fight. Today I'm taking back my peace. Today I'm taking back my joy. Today I'm taking back my life. Today I'm standing firm on the promise of God. Why is this so important? Because we all were created for a purpose. We are all connected. It doesn't matter what your race is. It doesn't matter what your religion is. It doesn't matter what your belief is. Sometimes people get in their traditional ways and say, because you don't praise God like me, because you don't pray like me, because you don't talk like me, because you don't look like me, people ain't going to respect you. If they don't respect the God that's in you, if they don't respect the call that's on your life, that's something they got to deal with. That's something they got to go to God for, not you, because you're right where you need to be. And I learned something. I'm connected to you just as much as I'm connected to the trees. I'm connected to the earth just as much as I'm connected to my mother. Just like I'm connected to you in the spirit of you. Listen, when I tell you, y'all, I thank God for this day, because I never knew in a million years that I would be here to tell you this, that you are amazing and you were created for a purpose. And so the whole moral of this story is to show up, because somebody somewhere is watching. Somebody needed what you had to give today. Somebody somewhere might be going through and you don't even know it. So with that, I'm done. I ain't trying to make nobody cry, because I'm a crybaby. I'm going to be transparent, be honest with myself. So Eureka, thank you. My sister is on here. Where she go to? Raven, I see you. Miss Daughtery, I see you. Nay, I see you. So let me fill y'all back up, because I know when we cry, we release, but I also know I done took y'all to a place. And so I want to fill you back up. I want to fill you back up. I want you to know that there's life inside of you. There's love inside of you. There's flowing water. Rivers of flowing water inside of you. So if you just believe that you are walking in a new season of healing, just trust that. If you believe that there's life inside of you, speak that. If you want healing in your body, believe it, receive it, but speak it. Change your narrative, change your outcome by speaking life, words of love and peace and joy always. So I love you, Felicia. I love you, Erica. Thank you. That's all I have for tonight. But just remember this before I go. You are amazing. You are right where you need to be. You are. So today we're walking in our healing. Today, we're trusting in who God created us to be. Yes, the power of the tongue. So if you see me out of line, you correct me, because I'm trying to be mindful of what I say, whether it's kind, not kind, because sometimes people can take us there. But I love you too, Felicia. Bridget, I love you. Erica, I love you. Eureka, I love you. Listen, you are awesome too. Nay, I see you. You are awesome. I love y'all. Love y'all so very much. So I speak love, light, joy, peace, hope, blessing to you. Y'all have an amazing night.